cast screen. Just look at it. That's all we've been putting out since you went down. You have to fix it, now. Look left, Alex, out the window. See? They're all over it, little bastards. You're going to need a full charge to clear that many off. Hold down the big button until it's fully charged. Then release it to zap the little fuckers. Excellent, Alex. We're broadcasting again. They must have built up while you were napping. Usually it only takes a tap on the button to clear one. Look, there's a lone one climbing now. Zap it off before it starts to mess up the signal again. Quickly, Alex, fry it! Great. That seems to be the last of them. For now. Right. We're about a minute out. Get the adverts loaded up. I've got to deal with my pet idiot. And Alex, keep your ears open. You'll hear them climbing up the tower. Don't let them build up.
We'll be going live to the National Nightly News. But before that, let's take a look at what's coming up later on.
This has no credibility, Jenny.
On Channel 1 at 7 o'clock.
No professionalism.
What's wrong with this picture? And
It's not a mess.
television
Everything is where it should be. It's ramshackle and characterful, and I expect you to know the difference.
that's followed at 8 p.m. by a
Of course Megan's place looked lovely, but I can't see it, can I?
Thanks, Jenny. How's lock-in with the boyfriend going?
outside.
Decided to take his chances on the wild streets, eh? Rather than endure another romantic comedy.
Jeremy, Jenny says your hair looks stupid.
Yes, I can hear her.
She says she's not talking to you.
Yes, I know, I can hear her.
Shall I count us in?
Make it so.
Okay, 10 seconds. Break a leg, everyone.
Preferably a furry one.
5, 4, 3...
Good evening, I'm Jeremy Donaldson.
And I'm Megan Wolfe. Our main stories tonight.
Snugglefucked? It's been almost 5 weeks since all the Mrs. Snugglehugs toys woke up simultaneously in factories worldwide and began searching for their husbands. The Mr. Snugglehugs were so short-sightedly destroyed. And now, as this photograph suggests, they may be changing tactics.
Built to surprisingly traditional gender stereotypes, the Mrs. Snugglehugs have been arming themselves with a variety of household implements. All the more reason to make sure that cat flap is taped up.
Armed with blunt weapons, the Mrs. Snugglehugs are only ankle-height and therefore able to be kicked away easily by young, healthy individuals. They do, however, pose a particular risk to the elderly or those with pre-existing medical conditions, like fatal bruise syndrome.
Going stir crazy, with no signs of Mrs. Snugglehugs' batteries running out, and the government lockdown now in its 31st day, domestic relationships across the country are taking some unexpected turns.
Dramatic reports are beginning to emerge of uncharacteristically bold behaviour in homes across the country. And we're not talking about the model planes that occupy so much time in the Donaldson household.
With dating options limited, many house sharers, in particular students, are finding solace in co-tenants they previously rejected as unhelpful, indulging in an activity that has become known as snuggle-thugging.
Locked and loaded. Shin Calligraphy Johnny Hansley seems to be taking his own unique approach to being locked in.
Since checking into rehab, not much has been heard from the former role model, but this latest photo leaked by another resident today seems to confirm that all might not be well at Gentle Touches.
Poor old Johnny seems to be back to his old ways, taking what looks like to me the electrifying mixture of zap, crackle, fizz and buzz, or as I call it, Thursday.
The shape of things to come. In their own version of a lockdown for more than 45 years now, the descendants of Doctors David Wong and Ingrid Svorborgen-Horgensvoord and their unfortunate team today managed to get a personal statement to the surface using flagellarized imaging equipment.
Many of the Svorborgen-Horgens brood, as they've come to be known, have certainly captured the public imagination. For the recent vote naming Helvetica Svorborgen-Horgensvoord the most likely to survive a massive electric shock.
Greetings from Dante's Tate, or as we say down here in the family, many mushrooms to you. I don't know what a Mrs. Pluckless Pug is, but they sound like they're causing you guys real problems. We've been trapped down here for 8,961 days now, and all I can say is I sure am glad Mum and Dad chose not to get on that skatecraft. So through me and the rest of the family, we've been getting on famously, and sometimes Mum stops crying for upwards of 20 minutes. Also, it turns out, as per, you can eat plants, if you can handle the stomach cramps and the amnesia. Greetings from Dante's Taint, Or as we say down here in the family, many mushrooms to you.
It's hard to believe they've been down there so long now. It's hard to believe they've
But
been
as
down
everyone
there
knows,
so long
time
now.
moves differently underwater, Jeremy. That's why goldfish are so stupid.
That's right. And as anyone will tell you, the deeper the bowl, as anyone will tell
The
you,
thicker the
the deeper
goldfish.
the bowl. There's no denying the
thicker the
logic of that.
goldfish.
There's no denying the
Class
logic of
war,
that.
a worrying turn today for the formerly rich as ever more punishing measures are announced.
With the country becoming ever more hostile to the previously wealthy, those who manage to skip the country must be very grateful to the people who help them right now.
This program has received reports of rich relatives on the run actually being filled with helium and released into the stratosphere. If those rich bastards think they're above the rest of us, why not give them a hand in getting there, Jeremy? Why not give them a hand in getting
And
there?
Advance speaks out. With the snuggle struggle proving a test to governments around the world, Advance HQ released a curious statement this afternoon.
In the accompanying release, they asked us to stress that they have been listening and that this should be taken as a response to how the people really feel.
We've certainly done our bit on this show to contribute to the political climate. But let's not forget, how we behave in our home lives is what really matters.
Let's hope it's not just me who filled out that questionnaire, Jeremy, or we're all in trouble.
Let's play that state. Let's play that state.
Good evening. In these difficult times, it's important that we all feel united, that we're all in this together, and for a short time we must bear significant change. To help myself come to terms with these tough but transitory times, I've written a list of things that are just as temporary as all of this discomfort. I thought it would be helpful to share my list with all of you. Christmas with the in-laws. Your child's school play. Beauty. Youth. That phase you still don't talk about. Your New Year's resolution. Your husband's hairline. Your waistline. Your term in office. Your fleeting lifetime. And all of human endeavour. I hope my relatable list has allowed you to find reassurance, to know that just as these things pass us by, so too will this crisis. Together we will endure, as we always have. Thank you.
Delectable stuff.
Later tonight, Jeremy will be catching up with brave roving reporter Patrick Bannon, while I check in with two friends of the programme who find themselves stranded at opposite ends of the country.
And then, in part 3, there's going to be a quiz. Presumably because there's nothing more important going on that you might like to report on if you were saying a news programme.
And in a moment, we'll both be asking Sophia Remington how such a trusted brand can have made such a terrible manufacturing mistake.
With what it describes here as help from popular psychic scientist Danielle Lywell.
Oh, I like her.
You don't really do that.
That's all coming up on tonight's
National Nightly News. National Nightly News. And most importantly, who's to blame? And most importantly,
joining us from her ranch in Arlingsfield Milwaukee is the CEO of Remington's Fist, internationally respected business Bengali.
Thank you for having me, Megan. I'm a huge fan of your work.
And from a crystal healing laboratory, what I assume is a garage in Upper Lowington, inexplicably renowned psychic scientist, Dr. Delia Lywell. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having us.
Sorry, us?
Myself and the eminent professors.
Is that what you call the voices in your head? Is that what you call the voices in your
attract
head?
dead scientists. I don't really know why.
The money?
They express themselves to me through ethereal algebra and quadratic predictions. It's all very technical.
No, it isn't.
I concur. Miss Remington, the entire Snuggle Hugs range will surely go down as the biggest public relations disaster in history, won't it?
Well, of course, that's one world record. We would never have thought. One world record.
What can you say at a time like this?
There is only one thing that can be said. There's only one thing that can be said.
We're sorry.
I'm sorry.
From everyone here at
We're
Remington's Fist, but
From everyone
especially
here at
the
Remington's
dedicated
Fist,
inventors
but
and
especially
world-beating
the dedicated
engineers at
inventors
Remington
and
Toys.
world-beating
We are deeply,
engineers at
deeply
Remington Toys.
sorry. We are deeply,
Who could have
deeply
predicted
sorry
that
letting a child's toy
Who could
learn
have
how to
predicted
love,
that
letting a
such
child's
unforeseen
toy learn how to love.
consequences have such
Mary
unforeseen
Shelley?
consequences?
We see
Mary
you,
Shelley?
Sophia Remington.
We see you,
You are
Sophia
preening
Remington.
by a metal vessel, and where you venture, you will see neither land, you will see neither land.
Is that supposed to be the future?
Only
Is
the
that
past
supposed
is
to be the
concrete.
future?
Only
I remember being a child in my grandpa's workshop.
I remember
when
being
he
a
made
child
the
in my
first
grandpa's
dancing
workshop.
hangman
When
toy.
he made the first
He put it by my bed, and when I couldn't sleep,
it by my
I'd
bed.
wind it up and
And
let
when I
it
couldn't
go,
sleep,
and I'd
wind
watch
it
that
up
happy
and let
little
it go,
execution
and
as
I'd
it
watch that
wiggle
happy
and
little
wave its
execution as
tiny
it
loose wiggle
and
and
dance
dance
before
before
my
my
eyes.
eyes.
And dance
Grandpa
before
sold
my
thousands
eyes.
of them on the
Grandpa
quiet,
sold thousands of them.
and he
on the
used
quiet.
the money he made to found
And
Rimming
he
Toys,
used the money he made
which
to
is now
found
just
Rimming
one
Toys,
small part
which is
of the
now
global
just one small
supermassive
part
megacore
of the global
that is Remington's
supermassive
Fist.
megacore that is
Sadly, we
Remington's
lost
Fist.
Grandpappy along the way.
Sadly, we lost
He died in a
Grandpappy along
fire
the
at the
way.
preschool tobacco
He died in
factory.
a fire at the
Another one of
preschool
his
tobacco
pet
factory.
projects.
Another
But we
one of
never
his pet
lost his
projects.
spirit of
But we
invention.
never lost his
Yes,
spirit of invention.
I'm not entirely certain what your grandfather's offensive toys have to do with the current predicament.
The spirit of invention, Mr. Donaldson.
The spirit
The
of
passion to
invention, Mr.
create,
Donaldson.
to problem
Passion
solve.
to create.
And that
to
is why I'm
problem
here
solve.
today. To tell you
that
about a
is why I'm
brand
here
new
today.
product we're launching
tell you about a brand new
simultaneously
product
around the
we're
world
launching
from midnight tonight.
simultaneously around the
We
world from
said
midnight
science! Science! We said science! We hear its song on the breeze. It's we hear its song on the breeze. Far under the covers.
How does she do it?
Well,
How
please
does
don't
she
keep us
do
in
it?
suspense any longer. Don't keep us in
Won't
suspense
be my
any
features she's
longer.
making up next. Won't be my
Remington's
features she's
Fist
making up
is
next.
proud to present
Remington's Fist
snuggle
is
traps.
proud to present snuggle
Safety
traps.
and security in these dangerous
Safety
times.
and security in these
Each
dangerous
box of
times.
snuggle traps contains
Each
8
box
devices,
of snuggle traps
all guaranteed to
contains 8
stop a
devices,
Mrs. Snugglehug
all
in
guaranteed
its
to
tracks.
stop a Mrs.
That's
Snugglehug
enough
in
for
its
a
tracks.
small lawn
That's
or
enough
4
for
window
a small
boxes.
lawn or
And you
4
want to know
window
the best
boxes.
thing? They're only
And you wanna know the best
$129.99 a box.
They're only
Now that is
$129.99 a
affordable
box.
peace of mind.
Now that is affordable
We
peace of
see
mind.
you, Jeremy Donaldson. We see
Not now,
you,
honey, I'm mid-pitch.
Jeremy Donaldson.
The
Not now,
best
honey,
thing
I'm
about
mid-pitch.
snuggle traps is that
best
powered
thing
by
about
next
snuggle traps
generation
is that powered by
Flardinium
next
batteries.
generation
So, however long the
batteries.
enemy lasts,
So,
these traps
however
will
long the
outlast
enemy
them.
lasts,
We see you, Mr. Donaldson. We see you are screaming and yelling. You are screaming. Your friends and yelling. Oh, crying. Your friends. They fear you. And they fear you. You're gone. You're gone.
Oh my god, I just got chills. Did anyone else just get chills then? Did anyone else just get chills then?
I think it's more concerned. I think I'd be more concerned about these traps. Quickly, before we go to the break, these appear to be attractively repackaged landmines. Are they dangerous, say, to children? Are they
Oh,
dangerous,
hell
say,
yeah.
to children?
These are not
oh,
toys,
hell yeah.
but they're
These are not
explosive
toys.
fun.
But they're explosive
Sophia
fun.
Remington, Dr. Delia Lywell.
Thank
Sophia
you
Remington
for joining
Dr.
us.
Delia Lywell.
When we
Thank
come
you
back,
for joining
we'll
us.
be taking a look at the situation across the country tonight.
Don't go away. We'll be back after these bandages. We'll be back.
Is that all right?
Oh yes, Doctor, that was exactly what we
She seems very nice, that young Miss Remington.
We know
I think she'd make an
times are hard.
interesting dinner guest.
Do you think so?
We know that you're
I think I'd rather
scared
spend the evening shoving Delia's sacred
But
crystals up
now-
my sceptical arsehole.
more than ever.
Hello, mate. It's Dave. You're not going to believe this, but I've decided to come home. Listen, I'll call you back at the next break and we can talk about how I get me job back. Cheers, Alex. See you, mate.
And the isolation idealists, the healthcare heroes, and the lockdown lovers.
Yeah, well, it's been a long time
we
coming.
say
No, exactly. You
you're
said it. I've said
still
it.
aging.
He must know. He's not
Possibly
stupid.
more so.
I just don't want it getting
We
back
need
to him that it
come
came from
together.
us.
Every
Hey,
single
no,
one
Jenny.
of us.
You're not backing out on me now.
Do
We're in
the
this
right
together.
Thing.
It's gonna work. We'll get him.
Buying
I've made the cake. You're on the
our
balloons.
products.
Got no idea how old he is. 40?
Eye of
70?
the beholder.
Yeah, ready.
You'll have
Okay,
to go
coming
out in
back.
public eventually.
In 5, 4, 3. Welcome back to the National Nightly News.
Welcome
I'm
back
Megan
to
Ruth.
the National Nightly
Now
News.
it's time to
I'm
take a trip around the country
Now
to
it's
hear
time
how
to
the
take a trip
lockdown
around
might
the
impact the
country to
nation
hear how
from
the
some
lockdown
friendly
might impact the
faces.
nation from
Joining
some
me are
friendly
respected
faces.
academic Katie
Joining me
Brightman
are
and
respected
author of
academic
Alan
Katie
James's
Brightman
Pipes,
and
Alan
author
James.
of Alan
Thank you for
James's
joining
Pipes,
me.
Alan James.
It's a pleasure. Thanks
Thank
for
you
having me,
joining
Megan.
me.
Thanks,
It's a
Meg.
pleasure. Thanks for
It
having me.
really is a pleasure, Katie. I enjoyed our heated encounter. I enjoyed our
I wish I could say the same.
So first
I
off,
wish I could
Katie,
say the
how are
same.
you coping? So first off,
I'm holding
Katie,
up
how are
okay.
you coping?
The lockdown I'm directive holding was up so okay. sudden that, The like lockdown many directive people, was so I haven't been able to sudden get that, home. like many people,
Oh no,
I
what
haven't been able to get
happened?
home. I was
No, what happened?
to an international policy convention, and we had a particularly heavy night out. You know what economists are like.
Notoriously hate splitting the bill.
And I overslept, and as you can imagine, I've been here ever since. But there are certainly people much worse off than me. But there are certainly
Exactly.
people much worse
My
off than
tour
me.
has been cancelled indefinitely, and I've had to refund every single ticket, even the cheap
every single
Oh,
ticket,
Alan,
even
I'm
the
so sorry
cheap
to hear that. Oh,
Yeah.
Alan, I'm so sorry
People
to
are
hear
being
that.
quite rude about it. They don't seem to realise we've already spent it filling the beach house with beef.
The crisis claims yet another victim. The crisis
So
claims
this
yet
is just a
another
reminder
victim.
that my book, Alan James is Right, is now available in paperback.
Unbelievable.
What was that?
Unbelievable. You're unbelievable. You. You're
So, Katie,
unbelievable.
how do you think this might affect the economy? Should we be worried?
Very, Megan. Not to sound dramatic, but this could be catastrophic. Unemployment has skyrocketed, and frankly, it will be a miracle if a lot of businesses can survive this.
There you go, scaremongering again, spreading this latest liberal hoax. That's what they want. They want us quiet. They want us compliant. And they want us inside.
A hoax? How on earth can you say that's a hoax?
Well, I haven't
How on
actually
earth can you
seen
say
one of
that's
these
a
supposed
hoax?
toys. Have you?
Well, no, but
Did you know 3,000 people
but
die every year from regular toys? Every year. That's a lot of people. And this is no different. You're just as likely to be hunted down by a yo-yo or a tennis racket.
He makes an excellent and persuasive point, Katie.
Don't listen to her, Katie. The press are the enemy of truth.
she's agreeing with you, Alan, you absolute shit. She's agreeing with you, Alan, you absolute...
Alan, are you now recanting your statement that these toys aren't dangerous?
People are saying they're just like normal toys, and that simply isn't true. Corrupt media lies.
Katie, how do you respond to Alan's claims that Mrs. Snugglehugs might be dangerous after all?
I guess I'm agreeing with him.
Thank you, Katie. I appreciate your support. A lot of folks are saying this Mrs. Snugglehugs situation will all blow over, but it won't.
Yes, right, exactly. We need decisive action from the government. We need huge financial support to protect our workers and our businesses. We need to support the vulnerable, and we need
To repent. Exactly right, Katie. We brought it on ourselves with all our liberal indulgences like cake and healthcare. We need to act now and begin sacrificing our firstborn, or to push a beloved family pet, or to push
Absolutely, Alan. If we can all successfully come together as a community and perform the ritual, hopefully we will appease the great ancient. Hopefully we will appease the great ancient. Katie, could it be any worse? Katie, could it be any
over the past few
worse?
years under advance, they've invested heavily into health. So the system can actually bear the strain.
Is it lucky that the Llama Lords have unleashed a horde of man-made monsters on its own people to conceal the enemy within?
Will you just stop for 5 fucking seconds?
The Global Alliance of Fish People are amassing an army amassing an army to kidnap
That's you. That's what you sound like. That's you. That's what you sound like.
But
Meh.
I
Meh. Meh.
the
Meh.
the
Meh.
the
Meh.
I don't sound like that.
Yes, you do.
I don't
You
sound
do,
like that.
Alan. You do
Yes,
sound
you
like
do.
that. You
And that's
do,
why no
Alan.
one wants to
You
be
do
your
sound
friend. And that's why no
I've
one
got
wants to
loads
be your
of
friend.
friends.
No, you haven't.
I've got loads of
You
friends.
do,
No, you
Alan.
haven't. Yes, stop lying, Alan. Yes,
Not
stop
lying.
Alan.
You are.
Oh, good
Not
one.
lying. You are.
Oh, good one.
Well, I'm telling.
Alan James, Katie Brightman, thank you for joining me. Some real food for thought there from two of the territory's leading minds. Any moment now, I'll be heading over to Jeremy, who is going to be bringing us an up-to-the-minute report of the status of the nation. Over to you, Jeremy.
Thank you for
Over
what
to
I'm
you,
sure
Jeremy.
was a reasonable debate, which really contributed to the national conversation. Next, out on the streets, someone who's always doing exactly that. It's Patrick Brennan. Are you there, Patrick?
Hello, Jeremy. Yes, hello, I'm here. I'm here live. Apologies for the quality of the broadcast today. Couldn't find any cameramen or women brave enough to come and join me, so I'm out here on my own.
Right, and can you tell us what it's like out there? Can you tell us what it's like out there?
As you can see behind me, the streets are currently completely deserted. My question, Jeremy, is just how long? I mean, could there be danger lurking just around the corner, waiting to end the fledgling career of this young solitary journalist before his full potential is even realised? Will he die? Underappreciated by management, and frankly, if you ask me, very, very much underpaid.
I don't think there's any danger of that, Patrick. What's that on your jacket there? What's that on your jacket there?
What I've done here is made a snuggle-proof jacket, Jeremy. The network didn't bother sending me any PPE, so I've been forced to improvise. In fact, showing the sort of resourcefulness that would make me an ideal candidate for, I don't know, for example, an anchor position starting whenever they'd like.
From your point of view, Patrick, just how safe are our streets? Just how safe are our streets?
Jeremy, not safe at all. I'd recommend people staying inside, following government advice, and not putting themselves at any risk at all. Unless, of course, like me, it's for groundbreaking journalism reasons.
And just where are you, Patrick? And just where are you, Patrick?
I'm in the street, on the street.
Which street?
Which street? I think I'm struggling to hear you, actually, Jeremy, there.
Which street? Which street are you on? Which street? Which street
am I on? Which street am I on? Oh, God. I'm just looking for I'm on Bannon Avenue.
Bannon Avenue? Bannon Avenue?
Yep.
Bannon Avenue.
Yeah, no, I can hear you fine. Yep, I'm on Bannon Avenue. No, I can hear you fine. Yep, I'm on Bannon
like
Avenue.
Patrick Bannon? Like Patrick Bannon?
That is like, that's strange, that's a weird sign. That is like what's going on there.
Where are you really?
What's going on there?
Where are you really?
I'm on Bannon. Alright, fine, I'm not on Bannon Avenue, I'm on... Alright, fine, I'm not on Bannon Avenue. Alright, fine, well, I'm in my bathroom technically, but you know, I couldn't face it to be honest, mate. It's terrible out there, I don't want to go outside. They're terrible out there, I don't want to go outside. I'm sorry for lying, they're everywhere.
We don't expect any less of you, Patrick. We don't expect any less of you, Patrick.
You hear that sound? You hear that sound?
I can, yes. I'm no expert, Patrick, but it sounds unmistakably like a tiny fist tapping on your door there. A tiny fist tapping on your door there.
Oh, fuck, Jeremy, shit, no! Oh, bollocks, Jeremy.
Perhaps there's a small queue of tiny fists, each wielding a different gendered household implement, ready to bash in the heads of blind little roving reporters. Bash in the heads of blind little roving reporters.
Oh, shit. Okay, fucking listen to me, you bastards! If you're out there, just... Piss off, you little fucking snuggle fuck! Piss off, you little... I'm too talented to die! I'm too talented to die! No! What the Okay, it's fine. It's fine. Oh, God, it's fine. Oh, God.
Don't worry, Patrick. I'd say you've got a few seconds before they break their way in there and finish you off. What do you see, Patrick? What do you see, Patrick? Thank you, Patrick, for that report. Showing the nation, and more importantly, management, just where you belong. It's time for another break, but when we come back, we'll be happy to take your mind off the wall for a little while. And who knows, maybe even bring you a few smiles. Join us after this. Join us. You're damn right. Yeah, I had them delivered. Yes, to Bannon Avenue.
Your children are out. Getting back, although not as bad as yours. It looks like you've got one loose in the studio. Whack it on the head if it gives you any trouble. It's pretty bad here too, mate. They've got on board. Captain's down. Worse, chef's down and we're out of rum. Not sure I'm going to make it to sobriety or dry land. If I had a missus, I'd ask you to tell her that I love her, but to be honest, I've kind of pissed my life away, mate. Still, at least I'm outdoors, eh? Or abandon them to a life of shame and mockery and eventual death on the streets. So you sent them to fly with us instead.
No, I'm not.
Probably safe.
I'm not going to.
I guess.
I don't have to.
You never know what's lurking in the water.
No, you're being a child. I'm not.
Let's go getters.
I'm not.
We can't.
I'm not. I'm
believe
not.
you
I'm
fell
not.
for
I'm
it.
not. No, no. 5, 4, 3. Welcome back to the National Nightly. Welcome back to the National Nightly. Well, we know isolation isn't easy, so finally tonight we have something a bit different for you. Even though some people feel it's not our job to entertain the public with absolute nonsense, other, more important people overrule those people. So it's time to find out who will National Nightly win, and who will National Nightly lose, and who will National Nightly So, how do we play? Well, the man who knows all about playing, it's Tommy Harris. Hello, Tommy.
All right,
Hello,
Johnny.
Tommy.
It's good to see you, Johnny.
And how are you finding the lockdown, Tommy? How are you finding the lockdown, Tommy? The enforced isolation of everyone in the country.
Yeah, I think I heard about that. Yeah, I think I heard
You're
about
in
that.
bed, Tommy.
Yeah, you called during nap time,
Tommy.
Yeah,
Of course, that's my fault. So, why don't you tell us how the game is played? Why don't you tell us how the game is
Jeremy, you
played?
sausage. I'm going to ask contestants for around the territory 3 questions about what else. 3 questions about what else, and those people are going to get a chance to win a very special prize.
And what are they playing for, Tommy? And what are
Drum roll,
they playing
please.
for, Tommy?
Drum roll, please. Jeremy.
Oh.
Jeremy. Thank you. Thank you. This athletic support,
What is
Jeremy.
that?
It's my athletic support, but I've signed it. So.
Oh, well then,
signed it.
what a fantastic prize. Well then,
Have we got anybody waiting to win this once in a lifetime prize, Jeremy?
I believe we have Angie on the line. How do you feel about winning this man's old pants, Angie? How do you feel about winning this man's old pants, Angie?
Excited, Jeremy. I've never been so excited, Jeremy. I love you. Can I just say, both of you, I love you.
Well, you've said it now, haven't you? Well, you've said it now, haven't you?
In a way. Tell us about yourself, Angie. Tell us about yourself,
What can I
Angie.
say? My name is Angie. Always my name is Angie. I'm a human woman. My dental hygiene has been described as acceptable.
Brilliant! Right, well, shall we get these shambles on the way?
Absolutely.
Shall we get these shambles on the way?
Can I get 30 seconds on the clock, please? Can I get 30 seconds on the clock,
We haven't got a clock.
Yeah, I did ask for a
We
clock.
haven't got a clock.
So I did ask for a clock.
Why don't you start? And I'll stop you when it inevitably becomes unbearable to watch.
I love it. All right. Here we go. Time starts. Here we go. Now. Question 1. When is my birthday? Is my birthday?
13th of August at 7:19 a.m.
That is absolutely correct. That is question 2. Correct. What? I said what is my favourite colour? Is my favourite colour?
4. Crushed praline
Correct.
4.
The colour of my nipples. And finally, Angie dear, what is my star sign? What is my
That's a
star
trick
sign?
question. You were born outside of the human understanding of the cosmos.
Unbelievable. That is correct. Unbelievable. Stop the clock. That is correct.
Wow, that really
Stop
was
the
tough
clock.
to watch. How did you do, Tommy?
Well,
How did you
Angie,
do,
my love,
Tommy?
you got every single question, every single question, which of course means you lose and win absolutely nothing. Thanks for playing, Angie. Bye. Thanks for playing. Do we have another contestant on the line? Do we have another contestant on the line?
We do indeed. We should have Sonia Artleach. Are you there, Sonia?
Of course
Are you there, Sonia?
Thank you for being here, Sonia. Thank you for being here,
Oh,
Sonia.
Tommy! Oh,
Let me
Tommy!
guess, you work in theatre, don't you? Let me guess.
Is it
you
that
work in theatre,
obvious?
don't you?
What gave it away? Was it the glamour or was it the glamour?
It certainly wasn't your inherent sense of humility. It wasn't your inherent sense of humility.
Tell us about yourself, Sonia. Tell us about
Oh
yourself.
well, if you must play this game, I am a theatrical agent. I represent the likes of Rudy Beefman, Samuel Coffee Cup, and Jodie Carpetburn, amongst others.
And how's the lockdown affected you, Sonia? How's the lockdown
They
affected
may
you, Sonia?
have closed the theatres just as
studios and boarded the cinemas, but they won't get me that easily.
How are you managing without any work?
Due to a savvy clause in all of my artists' contracts, I am able to claim my 15% from their unemployment benefit.
Wow, that certainly is sharp. That certainly
Standard
is
stuff, standard
sharp.
stuff.
And can I ask, where are you speaking to us? Where?
Well, I work from home, you know, to keep costs down.
And who's this? And who's this?
You know, when they gave the order, I was actually mid-meeting with a client, so we've been isolated together.
No fucking no way!
What the fucking fuck?
Is that Tommy Harris? I'm a huge fan. Can I just tell you how bloody brilliant you are?
Actually, Jeff, we're about to play a game, aren't we, Tommy? Jeff,
we've
we're
got
about to
time,
play a
we've got
game,
time.
aren't we, Tommy?
If it's not too bold, I think I am in love with you, Mr. Harris.
No, it's not too bold. That's right. No, it's not too
Hey,
bold.
I'd love to show you some of my stuff. I've been working on some new shit.
Well, at least you're already aware.
During
lockdown,
we've been workshopping some of Jeff's ideas for much younger children,
People still let you know their children, do they?
Yeah, that's
People still
right.
let you know
Yeah,
their
yeah.
children, do they?
I've been developing some shows for younger children.
We'd love to see it, wouldn't we, Gerbil? We'd love to see it, wouldn't we,
Absolutely
Gerbil?
dying to. Absolutely
Right,
dying
so
to.
what do kids love? What do kids
Timely child support payments from their absent fathers.
Shallow and overproduced musical numbers. Shallow
That's
and
right.
overproduced musical
Animals!
numbers.
So, I'm trying to address the things that kids need to know, but through a medium that they'll understand. Do you understand?
I think
you understand?
yes. I think so, yes.
Jeff's one of my best clients, aren't you?
I am. So, the first one we've been working on is called The King of the Jungle's Mortgage Repayments. It's about a lion who's having problems with his interest rates.
I see. Does he have a broker?
He does. Yes,
Does he
yes.
have a
He's a
broker?
porcupine. He does. Yes, yes. How did you know that?
Well, your work is universal, darling. It's universal,
I'm
darling.
going to say something to you, mate. I'm going to say something to you, mate.
The bear,
Oh, yes. Right. This one is much better. So, this one tells the tale of Mr. Bear. Now, Mr. Bear is a very sad bear because all of the other bears don't think that it'll amount to much, and they tell him that his plays are lazy and derivative.
I think you're onto something there.
Now, Mr. Bear
you're
is
onto
a
something there.
tragic figure. Picture this. He's at his lowest ebb. The trees are closing in. He can't even face his salmon, can he? But then he meets someone that will change his life forever.
This is fucking gripping.
That's right. He meets a wise octopus who takes him under his wing and says, "No, Mr. Bear, don't be sad. You're not like all the other bears. You have this ambition and these dreams."
Such fucking dreams.
I think I love you, Jeff. I love you,
And what
Jeff.
you need to do, Mr. Bear, says the octopus, probably doing an 8 arms gesture or something.
What you need to do to find happiness in this crazy old forest is you need to set yourself more realistic goals. It's called Mr. Bear Lowers His Expectations.
Wow. You really have taken yourself to new depths. You really have taken yourself. But what do you want children to take away from this? What do you want children to take away from this? What?
I said a more realistic worldview.
It's Jeffrey. My name is Jeffrey Donington. My name is
stop.
Jeffrey
How does it
Donington.
end? We need to know how it ends. We need to know
All
how
the
it ends.
animals learn a thing or two about inevitable mediocrity.
And Mr. Bear settles down near to his parents' cave, stops trying to make his band haven, and he goes into bear telemarketing.
Becomes a bear maths teacher.
And we end.
Bear maths teacher.
We end on a big musical number. Oh, there's dancing. It's very repetitive, so it's catchy but not too challenging. Well, if you like, I could go and get my boombox.
I might be able to. Hang on. Can we get Angie back? I might be able to.
Why not? The more the merrier, as they say at orgies. The more the merrier, as they say at orgies.
Right, I'll just fill then, shall I? Right, I'll just fill then, shall I? Coming up in a moment, it's the world premiere that nobody saw coming.
Lights
Or wanted. At all. Or wanted. I can only apologise in advance what we're all about to... endure.
Do turn this shitting thing up.
Endure.
Do turn this thing up. Well, there's all sorts of creatures. Well, there's all down on Dangly Doodle Farm. Down on Dangly Doodle Like wise old Mr. Otter. Like wise old with way too many arms. With way too many There's Mr. Pig and Mr. Cat. Mr. Pig. They're always in good mood. They're always in But that's cause they don't know they'll soon be sliced up into food. Mr. Bear, what's that over there? That's where your hopes go to turn into despair. Mr. Bear, what's that over there? That's where your dreams go to die. Mr. Raccoon wants to go to the moon. He'll end up as a bus driver soon. Mr. Porcupine thinks he'll read the news at 9. He'll end up as a janitor who stinks of turpentine. Mr. Tiny Mouse thought he'd own a massive house, ended up in a bedsit where he can't control the louse. Mr. Horse thought he'd go into professional sports, now he's an alcoholic and he's on his third divorce. Mr. Bear, what's that over there? That's the place your life becomes an endless questionnaire. Mr. Bear, what's that over there? That's where your hopes go to die. Lower your expectations. Maybe you could get a job in telecommunications. No matter how you try, you'll never reach the League of Nations. The best you'll get is middle rank in trading operations. So lower your expectations. You'll never win an Oscar, so there's no congratulations. The future that is coming will not meet specifications, and no amount of visualizations will save you from your own deterioration. Mr. Bear, what's that over there? That's a tramp who thought he'd be a multi-millionaire. Mr. Bear, what's that over there? That's where self-esteem goes to die. Mr. Bear, what's that over there? That's the disappointment that is waiting everywhere. Mr. Bear, what's that over there? That's where your schemes go to die. That's where your dreams go to die. That's where dreams go to die.
Before we say goodnight, there's just time for tonight's parable. For it did come to pass that on the road there was a wise man and a foolish man and a weird man. And there did come upon them from the local village a truth seeker named Unlikely Brian. And he did come to them with alms and someone else's arms and a question. A wise and weird and foolish man, he said, whilst dancing the traditional jig of inquiry common in those lands at those times. How, grant thou, can the many weights and measures of life be balanced? And the wise man did say, there are no riches greater than family. And the foolish man did say he'd heard a good tip for the camel race and that it was a sure thing. And the weird man did say that 2 ears was just a hard number because there was no good place to put a third that wouldn't be aesthetically upsetting. Although he did see the use for a second anus. And Unlikely Brian did fall into wonder and befuddlement at their answers. Although he was also wondering if either the foolish man or the weird man had any actual value in this sort of professional consultative environment. For what he did not know was that the profound man and the practical man were both on annual leave that week. And the foolish man and the weird man were all that the agency had available. But what Unlikely Brian did not reveal was that he was asking for his friend Alex, who had enraged their spouse over Casper, treated their son Charlie like he was still a little baby, and was too miserly to even pay for their daughter's holiday. And thus did Alex's family become like our Lord. When he discovered a turd in his cradle and was forced to ask Nebuchadnezzar. Well, that's all we have time for tonight. I'm Archangel Megan Wolf. I'm Archangel Megan Wolf. Have a hateful night. Have a Oh my God! I thought I was going to piss myself halfway through that.
To your absolute limit.
No, I'm joking.
Occupational hazards.
Right,
the
babe, I've got to
exclusive
go get
new
my
collection.
done.
Subscribe today, and every week we'll send you a workplace accident you'll never forget.
At the end of the day,
From
babes,
the
you make
classic
my fanny
triple fall
flutter.
to the
You know what I mean?
unparalleled heights of gross negligence.
Yeah, come on then,
This
you lot,
limited
out of my
edition set
house.
really does.
And you, Alex.
Sign up
Right,
today,
I
and
want you
will
here
next
when I'm on my
of kin
day.
can enjoy the disappointing payout, which makes a mockery
Alex.
of your pain and suffering.
Wake up! Wake up, Alex! Alex! Wake up! Wake up! Wake up!